Welcome lads, today we're back for another episode of Best of Enemies, where I build a squad containing two teams that generally hate each other, but today they're all playing together. Let's get started. The teams that I'm using today are Schalke and Dortmund. Big rivals in Germany. Let's get started though. In goal we went with one of the best goalies I think I've ever used, this guy here. 84 rated Harman, 90 reflexes, 85 positioning. Like, I've used De Gea, I haven't used his team of the season card or Neuer's team of the season card or team of the year card, but this guy is like amazing, and for 84 rated, and he's like literally dirt cheap as well. Moving on to the defense, the first defender is a player I've never used before. He's kind of low rated. I think his name is Matip. Yeah, Matip here. 74 pace, not a bad player really. Pretty standard. You know, he's got that high defensive work rate. Now the other centre back is a player I've used before many times and I've never liked, even though he is very high rated. Have you guessed him? I'm sure you have. Mats Hummels. I mean, you look at his stats and I tell you why. It's that high attacking work rate. I mean, because the pace can't keep back. You know, he's got high defensive work rate, but so many times is he out of position. And when a player's out of position all the time, you're going to get mugged off. I mean, I just never liked him, honestly, and it's the work rates. Now, looking at the right back, now this right back, you know, never have I ever thought that I would really like him, but this guy, Yoshida, really solid player. Like, one of the better right backs I've used. Now, moving on to left back, pretty standard position, you know, pretty standard choice. You had to go Schmelzer, solid left back, nothing more to talk about. Now, moving on to the midfield, we get some pretty good players out here. Got Ilkay Gundogan, who's supposedly leaving Dortmund, but who knows where he's going. He's linked with United and all sorts of other clubs. Moving on to Cam, we went with another guy who's really like kind of underused, I feel, because I mean, look at those stats. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 86 pace, 75 shooting, which is kind of low, but 85 dribbling, like really solid stats for a midfielder. And the other centre mid, who used to play for some pretty good teams, his name is Kevin Brent Boateng. Pretty solid player, you know, nothing special. He's got that 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Very good midfield, this team. You know, you got Gundogan with the like a 4-star midfield, which is always good. Now moving on to right wing, went with a player I've never actually used before, honestly. Sam. Very quick. That's all I can say about him. Now, he ain't the quickest player out there, but he's quick, and he's got the 4-star skill, and he's left-footed, he's got good work rates. He was one of the standout performers of this team, as you'll see in the game later. Moving on to striker, you know, we went cheap here, but you can't really go wrong with Adrian Ramos. I mean, it says he's 86 pace, but I swear to God, it feels like more like 90, 91. He is so quick, it is not even funny. And moving on to left wing, one of my favourite regular left wing cards. I think he's a left mid, though, in this. He's a very good player, you know, he's just quick. His shooting is incredible, his dribbling is incredible, his passing is incredible. And I didn't feel that his physical was a big problem because of his pace. And, you know, he's able to just get by people left, right and centre. I score so many goals with him, not on this account because this was I bought this player brand new and I only played one game with him. And who knows what those stats are about, but normally he's a very good player. Okay, so there's the team. It's a very good Schalke, BVB, Dortmund combination team, but let's jump right into the game.
About to see who I'm coming up against. 83 rated team, not that bad of a team, honestly. Kind of similar to my team in a lot of ways, except he has Alaba and Boateng, two of the best defenders in all of Ultimate Team. He's got Royce, he's got Aubameyang, he's got that sweat. And right from the off, it just didn't really go well. He was a very good player, honestly, playing Kalou up top. I kind of knew that he's probably a pretty good player. And they get really unlucky there, honestly. That is probably not going to go in. I mean, I think it was on target, but I don't believe that it would have gone in. I can't see that that would have gone in, and I was just so frustrated. But I was justified in playing Ramos with that finish. That was spectacular. On his left foot, he just got through. There was no stopping him. Great ball in too. You can't deny that the ball wasn't magnificent, but just an amazing finish by Adrian Ramos. And half time, it's 1-1. It's very tight. There is not many chances going on. He's had one shot, one goal, which was a bullshit shot. I've had a few more shots, pretty even in the possess. So hopefully in the second half, we're able to push on and score. And a great ball in here to Sam. And I talked about Sam earlier, and he was a very solid player and a great finish there. But, you know, you get that close, you really should be scoring as long as you go high. I feel that if you don't go high a lot of the time, goalie will save it more, you know, so with his feet, stuff like that. But if you go high, it's normally a goal automatically. But the pace of Son is what made that goal, you know. It's kind of a glitch almost, that diagonal ball from left wing to right wing. So many times does the defender just have mishaps, even a great defender like Alaba, and you're going to be able to score a lot of goals like that. It's almost cheating in a way. And he just gets his goal back again. And I'm like, oh, so frustrated. I'm like, I fought so hard to get a goal against this guy. This guy was a pretty good player defensively. He had some pretty good defenders back there. I just could not score, and I was just getting so frustrated. And eventually when I did score, you know, a great goal by Son earlier, and then this happens, and I'm like, okay, I know it's Aubameyang, but I'm just so frustrated. Things just didn't go well. And then it almost went tits up, and it did. I gave away a penalty in the 72nd minute, and I'm like, oh God, saving penalties is so hard. I don't really know how to save them. Even when I go the right way, it seems to go in off the goalie, or he doesn't dive in the right way. And don't even get me started about what happens when they kick it down the middle and you stay still. The goalie kind of just falls into the goal. It's just ridiculous. So I was a little concerned. But up came the penalty. I knew I had this great goalkeeper, though, who I have loved ever since I started using him about a week ago. Roy stepped up, a good penalty kick taker, and watch what happens. Amazing save by Farman. Complete dive to get his fingertips on it, and it deflected the other way, but it didn't matter. And then 83rd minute here, I'm just pressing with Son, doing what I need to do with Son. He comes inside greatly, comes in, and oh, Ramos, you got to get your head on that, mate. You're on the smaller guy, you got to get your head on that. And then in the 89th minute, well, just watch what happens here. Ramos again, probably him and Son, the players of this team, and what a save by Older. And going into the extra time, pretty tight, honestly, very tight indeed. He stepped it up in the second half, had a few more chances. And right here, 104 minutes in, Ramos gets his chance, gets in the box, and another amazing save. And then it all just goes horribly wrong. I lose the ball to Piszczek, who finds Götze, who's going to find the sweaty Aubameyang, who I cannot handle because his pace is unreal. And then it all just goes horribly wrong. I try and make a tackle, it doesn't quite work for him. Gets played out to Royce, and a goal. You know, you can't let Royce shoot. He's got a solid shot. I have talked about that earlier, and I was just so frustrated because I'd almost scored down the other end. His goalie pulling off a pretty decent save. Not that, you know, that could have gone in, but, you know, his shot wasn't that great. It was a little closer, I guess, with a bit better of a shooter. But Foreman, I can't complain about your play because I just can't do it, really. And Yoshida here, you know, he's the furthest forward. And I kind of get lucky because Royce pulls up with an injury, you know. But Yoshida played really well. I was very surprised with him. And Ramos here gets in and he plays it into Mkhitaryan, who scores the header after 118 minutes, where I was just like, no, there's no way I'm getting back into this. Great header to make it 3-3. And hopefully now there'll be no more goals and we'll be going into penalties. And that's what happened. Royce stepped up, and I've been losing penalty shootouts. Like, I used to win them all the time, and I saved one down the middle. I was so like, he didn't fall into his goal or anything weird like that, and then Royce stepped up, and I knew he would score, because if you kick in that position like that, you probably score most of the time, even if the goalie goes the right way. Then Kalou steps up, and he misses it, and he'd already missed 2 penalties, so I'm like, yes. There's no way in hell that I'm losing this. And then Ramos steps up, and I knew once that ball went in that this game was all over. And Aubameyang's about to step up now, and I knew that it didn't matter if he scored because I had that too, and it wasn't going to be a problem. And then Sam steps up, and it isn't going to go bad. I knew it wasn't, and I score again. That's 3 penalties in a row that I've scored, and I don't care if Götze is scoring this because I know that I've got that 2 penalty lead and I just can't blow it too much. And Mkhitaryan steps up here and I make sure I get a pretty good, not that green, but it didn't matter because you can't save that. And I was just so happy that I won this game. This team is really fun, a really good team, a lot of great players like Son, Yoshida, Ramos, Royce. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter @FIFA Wisdom, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.